Hello and welcome everyone to the Evasion NAEU Duos battles. I mean, this is the championship. We have had 2 days of very, very close races to the end where the top 3 moved on each day to be here to compete for $3,000. We will see all of these teams compete over the next 3 hours and battle it out for that championship money. But I am joined with me today, helping me cast through all of this excitement that we're about to see unfold. Jeepo, what is going on, brother? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, recovered from my hangover yesterday after watching the rugby all day. I'm very, very excited to be here. It's just a great weekend of Evasion, great weekend of Tarkov. Can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Perfect. And I mean, we like I said a moment ago, it has been stacked all weekend. We have had so many close races to the finals where it could have come down to one single kill, one single extract, and the top 3 would have been different. But these are our top teams today that we are going to be seeing. We have 6 teams. Jeepo, real quick though, tell me about yourself a little bit. Where can we find you?
Yeah, my name is Jeepo TV. Same name on Twitch, same name on Twitter, on YouTube. I stream UK hours most days of the week, except usually Saturdays. I like to take that off and go to the pub these days, which is nice. Yeah, I usually stream Tarkov, as I said. My focus is more on the team-based side of gameplay. Nice to have you guys come on over, say hi, and join the community. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, also always a good time, very knowledgeable. Jeepo plays a lot of different stuff outside of Tarkov. He's playing the Cycle right now, extremely knowledgeable about that. Guys, please head over to Jeepo's stream, show him some love. Really, really great guy. And as always, I am your host here at Evasion Unfluffy Bunny. You can find me at all of those on every social. I stream most days about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and we play everything, mainly Tarkov, and then a little bit of a little mixing it up every once in a while. But with that said, Jeepo, do me a favor. Tell me, what are our 6 teams that we are going to be experiencing today?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, in no particular order, we have Blank TV and Walker coming in. So they qualified first place on Friday's matchup. Below them, then we have Niven TV and Jeff Slays. Now, I think this might be Jeff's first competitive environment, I believe. So really excited to see how he does here in his first final. We got Bake Jake and we got Mr. Niehaus as well. So that's the top 3 finishers that we had on Saturday's semi-finals. Then moving into yesterday's top 3, we have Vibin and Blueberry Gabby, followed up by British Ubba and Litos TTV. British Ubba, of course, we've seen in numerous Evasion tournaments in the past, as well as some of these other guys. So looking forward to seeing how they handle the pressure here in this final. And below them, then we have Caltazar and Sweaty Socks. Now, the most exciting part for me in all of this is if you look at these scores these guys qualified with, it is so close at the top. And in fact, in both of these qualifying days, you have just a handful of points between really the top 6 each time. It's so close. I can't wait to see. This is anybody's tournament today.
It truly is. And this is something also that I want to point out. Really, the point spread for every, like, honestly, from 5th or 6th place on each day up into 1st was so close that honestly a raid could have changed it. But another thing to point out is we have a lot of new players in this tournament that are going to be competing over the next 3 hours for $3,000. I mean, you are fighting tooth and nail. You've never been on the big stage before. We have Blueberry Gabby. I believe she's only been streaming for 3 months on the big stage here at Evasion, trying to win $3,000 with Vibin. Same for Jeff Slays. Jeepo, what's your take on that? How would you handle this information, like knowing this going into these events?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been here. I remember my first time playing in a Evasion tournament, and you like to think that the pressure won't get to you until you're live, and all of a sudden everything's happening, right? You got chat, you got your mods, you got the battle mods, you got the game. And I think, you know, as long as these guys try to remain cool, remember how well they played to get here, And of course, I do mention the battle mods. They have a battle mod. Every team gets an evasion battle mod with them. That takes so much pressure off you. You know, they're there to tell you, hey, make sure you pick up that streamer item. You need to put that in your gamma. You need to take that out. You know, they're there to make sure you do the simple things. They're there to give you advice, to look after you, to keep control of everything. So massive shout out to the team of volunteers and battle mods. We got people from all over the world. There are people in Australia who are awake right now battle modding at whatever crazy hour it is down there. So we have people from everywhere. I think as long as they stay cool, they listen to their teammates, they listen to their battle mods, these guys have nothing to worry about. They'll be absolutely fine. But that is a huge wad of cash to be playing for. So it is.
It truly, truly is. Now, I do want to go ahead and take a moment to thank Battlestate Games for donating the $36,000 to give away across all of our tournaments this season for Season 6. That is a huge amount of money, and we do appreciate them. Get some love in the chat for Battlestate Games giving us that prize money. Also, I want to take a moment and say, guys, if you have not headed over to our website, evasion.gg, make sure you do. You can find all of the information about today's event and upcoming events in the future. You can also find a nice calendar there, so that way you never have to miss a date when we have an event going on. It'll tell you right there when and where those events will be. It'll also give you information about our team. We have an amazing team of Evasion people, whether it's from the competitive side or from the creative side. We have some great content creators across the board there. And also, last but not least, you can find a link to the merch or go directly to the merch store at evasion.gg/merch and pick up your own merch and support Evasion that way. Get your own named jersey and with your name across the back and your number, and that'll be pretty cool. Jeepo, you get a jersey yet?
I actually have a hoodie. Yeah, I got the hoodie. It's cold here in Northern Ireland, mate, in case you don't know. So I went full all in to keep warm. But yes, I do. I've actually got the T-shirt as well. So I'm fully branded up. You know.
There you go. Perfect. But yes, you can get your own personalized merch right over there at evasion.gg/merch. And last but not least, make sure you are following us on all the socials so that way you can stay up to date with the most current information. You can find us at evasion_GG on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also if you need to check back on any of the old VODs or you want to watch any of this old information, make sure you head over to youtube.com/evasion_GG, where all of the VODs are stored, and you can just, go back and rewatch some of your favorite plays that you may have or anything that you might be missing. As we get ready, we have our competitors maybe getting ready to load up. Now, I want to talk about some strategies here because we saw a lot over the weekend, Jeepo. What do you think is going to continue? Because when we talked about gun of choices on Friday, when we first had our competition, I was expecting a lot of mutants, but that wasn't the case. So we had a couple of other weapons. What are you expecting going forward with guns?
Yeah, it is interesting. I expected a lot more mutants too. I mean, I'm not one that buys into the mutant meta. I can't use BP at range because I suck. But a lot of people seem to have no problems with it. I expected to see a little bit more. But we've seen a lot of 308, out there, G28s, MDRs. I think for me, that's the best ammo this wipe, bar none. Certainly not 5.56 for those lovers of 5.56. You'll know my saga there. So I'm expecting to see a lot of 308. It just hits hard and you stay hit when you're hit. So I think, plus I have a particular soft spot for that G28 this wipe. I don't know. I buy those keys cheap and I do that trade.
Well, real quick, Jeepo, if you will, tell everybody at home exactly what we can expect from these duo battles. Give them the rules real quick, and then I think we are ready to roll.
Absolutely. So for those of you that don't know, we are here today for duo battles. It is a 3-hour competition. Teams will have 3 hours to find the task items below and complete the quests. They will earn points by killing PMCs and scavs, completing these quests and collecting the task items. Each map needs to be ran once before any map can be repeated, and no maps can be run back to back. When the timer stops, so does the competition, regardless of if the PMC has extracted or not. Each team has a battle mod assigned to watch the streams, track the points, and be a person of contact for any questions. Teams can only claim each specific task item once. That is something to note. And they can load up with any loadout they wish and any weapons. However, no reap-IRs, no flares, no T7s, no GLs, and no run-throughs. You can see the points there as we join Vibin and Blueberry Gabby. You can see the points that they will get for killing scavs and killing PMCs. And you can see the quests. And they are team survives on all maps. The guide, very difficult one to get. Kill 4 different scav bosses or kill 7 PMCs in one raid. I'm very excited to see that one getting popped off tonight, Bunny.
Somewhere.
Well, one of the interesting things is here at Evasion. Oh, going ahead and finding another scav right there. Vibin is absolutely slaying out at the beginning here, using that MDR, the one that you were expecting to see. Vibin having no issues with that. Looks like Blueberry Gabby is going to rock that AKM in. Really awesome gun. Find it in the tree, going ahead and lighting them up. I believe that is 2 PMCs already and a scav. Beautiful using, going up against a Vepr Hunter scav. Never want to see that. But one thing I was saying before we got into all of that action is the survival maps had a little bit of a change this season. It's no longer having to survive all maps in a row. It is just survive all the maps. So it does kind of make them, if they die on a map, go back to that map a little bit later on, because that is 25 points on the board. We've got Vibin going ahead and getting that arm repaired, Jeepo.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to say that makes it air quotes easier, because I don't think that's still an easy task to complete, but I'm really interested to see who goes for that. I think, as you said, 25 points is huge when you consider how close this has historically been for these teams that qualified today. If they can get to a position where they've got an hour left and they need to survive on 1 or 2 maps only, then I think it's in their interest to go after that hard.
Very, very true. Now, this has been a map that has been very strong for a lot of our competitors. We have seen each team from each day, or a team from each day, put up huge points while going onto this map. With, we saw giant, because of all of the scavs that seem to be spawning on this map. They are racking up points, even though it's 1 point. It really does add up. Plus, there's a lot of safes and a lot of loot, so you can get a lot of streamer items. How do you feel about customs in the rotation?
There's shots like fun Stronghold.
Look, I think customs is a great map. It's probably up there in my top 2 for maps I run. And as you said, there's so many scavs on this map right now. You've got those sniper scavs, which you can get straight away pretty much from anywhere. You can pick 1 or 2 of those off. You get lots of scavs in around dorms still, and in around old construction.
Ivan going ahead and finding another PMC coming out of that. He's getting lit up, though, by a second one. Going ahead and dropping the first, reloading, trying to reposition on that, maybe do a little peek. Gabby's still a little bit far behind, so this is all Vibin here. Grabbing that tag, securing it for those bonus points.
Yeah, but he's throwing that.
That was a very aggressive push back up to this container. I respect that. That was a great kill as well.
He's on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Good communication here as Gabby is able to come up and push.
I'm dead to a nade. I couldn't move out of the way.
No! Wait, that wasn't my nade, was it?
No.
Oh, no.
He threw a nade.
What? Super unfortunate. Not bad, though, because it is very early. They can come back to customs. I have a feeling they were going to be coming back here anyways, so it would have allowed them to get in and, make some points up. So it's not terrible. Vibin did pick up a lot of PMC points and some scav points, but they are not going to start as strong as they did yesterday. And unfortunately, it is up to Blueberry Gabby to handle this by herself. Let's see what she can do here.
There you go. Scav done. Yeah, at this point now, when you lose your teammate, it's just full send. You want to get out of this raid as quickly as possible. And when you've got a PMC to fight, you might as well fight him. Try and get that kill, get those dog tags, and get out of here.
Yeah, very good call. Going ahead and finding him on those back boxes. She is spraying him down with that AKM in, and it looks like she got the kill. Go ahead and pick up that dog tag and secure it. Huge. Was that a Reaper M1A?
Slick. Yeah, that was a thick boy. I'd be grabbing that. I don't care if I'm in a competition, Bunny. I'm grabbing that Reaper if that's there.
Yeah.
That was a great kill by her. Great flank.
Great flank. All right, we are going to switch over here to Blank and Walker, Team Evasion, representing here in the championship. They are sitting at 11 points right now. They are on interchange to start the day with.
other little hardware
let's
spots,
just
you
deploy
know.
it underground basement.
Yeah, interchange, interesting map to start on. Some people, you know, like myself, think this is the ultimate Tarkov map. Some people just want to get it out of the way when they're competing. What was your thoughts on interchange, Bunny? Are you a lover or a hater of the shopping mall?
Yeah.
Oh man, since it was put in, interchange was my main map for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, the past 2 wipes, the changes that they've done to it, whether it was with lighting or a couple of other things with it, I feel kind of ruined this map. And I don't feel like it's as good as it used to be. I kind of want to go back to, you know, original iteration of it and come back. Is that
the voice? Killer?
Is that Killer into Gilla?
I might be dead.
Yeah. He's being pushed right now.
That reload.
They're trying to they're trying to shoot him through that wall. Here he comes! Light him up through the door. I think he dropped Killa. That means Tagilla is still up. That maybe been.
No, the tag's still alive. He's shooting me through the floor. He's down below. He's down below.
Yeah.
That's 1 boss down so far for Blank TV and Walker.
The bottom SD or Brutal. I shot him and he ran into Brutal.
Well, here it is. Well, this is our first chance I think we have been able to see the brothers here. Let's see how this plays out.
He's in the corner.
I don't have any nades.
Good nade.
He's bottom of Eskies.
Oh, impact nade. Let's go.
Does look like that impact nade missed the kill. Looks like he ran over into Mantis. I've got to say, I love the SA-58 choice here by Blink, something that a lot of people are not running right now due to the cost to make it meta. Finding somebody shooting at them from back there. Needs to be a little careful while he takes those pepper shots. Looks like it might just be a scab, though.
I'll push him.
It is so nice to see a fully modded juice cannon back being viable again. It really is. I love this gun.
He's either in there or on the side of my
I'm not sure that impact nade missed Tagilla. I hopped an impact nade up Tagilla's face one day in factory and he survived. So he just has a ridiculous health pool.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the SA-58. Oh, finding him there, going ahead and lighting him up a few times. Tagilla is still up. Blink's going to go ahead and reload, look for this fight, seeing if he's going to use the escalator. Does not look like it. He might be right there. Go ahead and pepper him down. That is 2 bosses for the day for this team. That is huge because with 2 other bosses left, they can secure, well, 3. They could go Glueheart, Reshala, and Sanitar. Looks like Blinks is still going to get shot at as he positions back upstairs to regroup with his teammate.
Are you flashlight? I thought I seen flashlight.
Yeah, I absolutely think what you want to be doing in this competition when you're on interchange is running, looking for these bosses. That's such a good find by these guys. Nice early points. Gives them a great opportunity to get that quest done and the 25 extra bonus points, really. Plus, you know, it's always nice to get a killer armor, isn't it?
Exactly. I agree with that. Now, and what I was saying just a moment ago is I remember when the SA-58, before we had all of the ergo and recoil reductions and it became the juice cannon where you had to single fire it, and I thought it was one of the best DMRs in the game at the time. If you just single fired it, as long as you never turned it full auto, it was good. Blink seemed to be doing okay though with the full auto.
Look, what I've discovered playing this game, Bunny, is some people are just better. It's just something we always got to keep in mind.
There's always a bigger fish in the sea, as they say.
Indeed.
Yeah, tag fucking tank so much.
All right, it does look like Blink and Walker are moving through the tech store, I believe. For this location there, you're looking for plexiglass and adrenaline on interchange. So does not need wires or anything like that. Usually checking for plexiglass, you're going to want to hit these the stores on the outside, the construction stores is what I like to call them, where they're doing constructions and building new shops. You can find plexi on the static spawns on top of different boxes and crates in there. And then obviously the adrenaline are going to be spread out across the map in a couple of different locations.
Yeah, usually I'll find Plex in Brutal as well, or sometimes toolboxes, but you're not really going to be running toolbox in the competition. You don't have time for it. Ultra Med has been average med this wipe. I'm not sure that's where I would go for adrenaline, but definitely worth a check.
Very, very true. I mean, the only time you're going to be using, like, going into, oh, visor is going up for blanks. I never feel comfortable when I see that happen. But, but honestly, it's one of those situations where if you look at some of our competitors, they have max search skill. So checking crates is not a problem for them because it doesn't take any time. They literally just touch it, it opens, they see what's in there, and then they move on very, very quickly.
Yeah, at this stage of the wipe, you know, we have all been aware of the different conversations around skills, whether they're good, they're bad, they're how powerful they are. Max search, max strength, max endurance. In competitions like that, it's not necessary, but it gives you such an advantage. If you're going for 3 hours of searching crates, you're going to be much more efficient with that max search. And we're just hearing in chat from one of our Battle Mods, Beanie Queen, that Jake and Niehaus just got their 7th PMC kill in Raid. Already ticking that one off. What a great start.
What an amazing start. That is probably in their first raid of the day also, so that is going to bump them up. As we can see, they are sitting at 87 points now because they did get the 25 bonus points for that. So absolute powerhouse start for those guys. Now, something I want to touch on a little bit while we watch Walker and Blank move through this map, just systematically destroying these scavs' lives, is the skills and the conversation around skills. Now, I've been a huge proponent that nobody should ever be able to have max everything. You should not be able to do that. I have always been under the thought process that when you level up, you should get skill points that you can then apply to your skills how you see fit. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a tough one because part of me agrees with you. You know, I should get skill points based on my gameplay, and then I apply them to things that I want to maximize. So if I decide I want to be a sneaky player, I want to minimize my sound signature or increase the distance I can hear, although I don't actually like that skill that much. Or if I'm a W warrior, I want to be able to sprint lots and move quickly. But then, and to counter that, it is nice that you get points based on what you do in raid. So if you are a W warrior, you're going to max out your strength and endurance earlier. I certainly think skills need to be looked at a little bit again by BSG. Yeah, it's a tough one because this does play into the fact that Tarkov is not technically an FPS, is it? It's an RPG with aspects of all sorts of things tied into it, and Nikita will tell you that himself. I think skills need a slight rework, though. I could get on board with that idea.
So Baked Jake and Niehaus here on their 7 PMC. They went to customs. We've talked about how strong this map has been for competitors this season. There's so many scavs spawning in. I wish we would get this many scavs on all maps. That seems to be, surrounded here at customs. Lots of blood on the ground there that they are following that trail, finding these bodies, picking up these tags. Looks like they may be working their way towards extract to get into their second raid. Looks like this was, there are just dead bodies everywhere for these gentlemen.
It's insane. A 100, is this a 100 point raid I'm seeing? That's what it is. That's huge. That's a great start. I mean, look, they're more than double the points of the second place competitor. Now, we all know that there's a long ways to go. This can certainly be drawn back in. We're one raid in, but that's a nice confident start from the guys here.
And that is one of the key things that I love, and one of the key takeaways about the duos that I've always enjoyed is, yes, they're not all on the same map or anything like this. They're not fighting it out with one another, but because of the way the point system works in it, and the way it forces you not to just go for kills and you have to loot, and it's a little bit of an RNG, but it causes big swings in points. And if you've noticed, I feel like our point system has been really good this season because we have come down to 6 teams each day battling it out for the championship.
Literally 3 limbs out when Rengar and fucking...
So let me ask you a question, just to run back to this skills thing a little bit, Bunny. Where is your search skill at right now, out of interest?
Whilst I'm here, I'm going to check the tech crates.
I don't know. Are you under pressure here?
I don't know.
Loads of shots.
It's high, but it's not that high.
Okay. Just go there.
Yeah, it's
What about
interesting
you?
because
What's
it's
yours?
someone.
Toolbox.
Well,
Up top,
this is
I'm
it,
gonna
right?
check the, tech crate
I've
up top
maxed
and
my
then
strength,
the
maxed my
toolbox.
endurance, metabolism, all of those things within. I think I've 900 raids nearly now. But my search skill's only 25, 26.
Got the hose.
There's a huge
Nice.
disparity.
Rocket
And British
bomb.
Upper just
It is
finding a
up
corrugated
there,
hose
wedged
just there.
firmly.
Great find. One of the task items, of course,
Just,
on customs,
PKing
corrugated
and then
hose,
keying
and the
bombs,
revolver shotgun.
Yeah, I got more PMs. More scavs here.
3 points.
And interestingly here, and this is something we do see a lot from these super high-end competitors, is even though it's a duo battle, they are quite spread out around the map. Myself personally, I like to stay a little bit closer to my buddy because I suck at shooting. It's nice to have someone watch my back.
Oh wait, was he wearing?
These,
I just scav. Was he wearing a smoke balaclava?
These Giga Chads just spreading out and dominating all over customs. Great to see.
No, just a normal one. Okay. Alright, King over to dorms.
All right.
Getting solo to dorms here, British Ubba. Looking for more death and destruction. They've already found the corrugated hose here, which is great. I don't think they've managed to find the revolver shotgun just yet.
Now, the revolver shotgun is one of those that was added that seems to be a little bit difficult, but not super hard, especially with the amount of scavs on this map, and so many of these scavs use shotguns. It's just it's more of a hunting game. Like, where are they with them? Or, you know, a lot of player scavs spawn in with them.
Yeah, that's the balance, right? If you don't find it on an AI scav, do you want to wait around a few minutes longer and hope the player scavs start spawning in? Or is it in your interest just to get off the map, get another one done, and then come back later? That's the balance these guys need to figure out.
Killed a PMC in dorms.
Just a nice... Oof.
There's so many dead things in dorms, bro. Holy.
I need comms. I need comms. 2 players.
Now, I want to take a look at their strategy real quick. We've seen this multiple times. We see it with Walker and Blank over Blank's TV over and over. They go with the split strat, where each one of them takes a side of the map. They go down those lanes and they just methodically move through it. How do you feel about this? Wow, we got, you know, Lito's over here going. Dropping a PMC. Beautiful. Oh, finding another one though. Needs to be extremely careful. Taking a couple of shots there. Needs to reload. Let's see how this unfolds real quick.
I'm fighting him.
Let's get that green stem. Get those hits up quick.
Oh! Dead. There's 2 more.
No way.
The timing on that push.
In the power
just
area.
a fraction too early, bunny. Didn't have his gun up.
No.
You can learn a lot from what just happened using getting PPSH down also. Very, very unfortunate, but that is something you could use as a learning experience, because what ended up happening was he pressed that stem. The stem wasn't completely done animating. His gun wasn't back up as he was pushing, and it put him into a very, very bad situation. But this is what we were talking about before here, Jeepo. With the teams being split, causes a lot of issues.
Well, this is exactly it. I mean, to answer your question earlier, I prefer to run close to my duos or my squad because I suck, and it's nice to have backup here. Now, these guys are better players than I am by a long shot, so they don't need that backup. But in that instance, when he's stimming up or forcing that reload, he would have his buddy to take the fight. He was just a fraction of a second too early with that push. He should have won that fight. PPSH versus Mutant. But the timing just... Oh, so unlucky.
Factory shortcut.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Well, it's hopefully British here can clean up, get a couple of more kills. I don't know exactly how many PMCs they're sitting on, but between what we just saw there, it seemed to be a lot. So we'll see how British plays this out, because if he's close, it might be... Oh, finding him in that corner. Oh, what a beautiful spray as he transfers. And there's another one picking up 2. Oh, what a beautiful play by there. We'll get confirmation from their battle mods how many that is, because now British needs to determine.
Okay, I need one more PMC kill. Yeah.
Okay, we just heard it. We just heard it. Yeah, one more
Where's he going?
PMC kill. I think
guy?
he's probably
I
gonna
got
want
it,
to hang around here
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
I got it. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
I hear shots. I'm just gonna try and get this final PMC.
Okay, so this
kill,
is a
and then leave.
calculated risk they're taking right now by staying in this raid a little longer without his teammate. But what do you think, Bunny? Do you
hit
give
power,
this
didn't
5
you?
more minutes?
No.
Chase down shots,
See,
try and
it's
get that last
green,
kill for the
so
25 points? I think that's worth it.
That's good.
Oh, 100%. Because here's the thing, your teammate's out anyways. What are you going to do? You're going to use this time running towards an extract anyways, right? Might as well, on your way to that extract, if you hear shots, go for it. Because if you die, you're out faster anyways. You can get out, reset to another raid. Use it. Be smart about it. Go chase those shots. I mean, it's a win-win for you. You're either out faster because you died, or you got your 7 PMCs. As long as you are not wasting time being slow, you have to be fast.
Thank you.
Yeah, it can't be one of those crouch sneaky battles. This has got to be a whole W shoot the man in the middle of his face battle as he moves towards extract. But they're sitting on 6. They've put up 81 points so far.
Oh!
Got it.
My
I got
days.
2!
There it is.
Nice.
Beautiful! They were just lost!
Yeah, and then I'm out. Let's go, dude.
These men are standing
Let's
over a
go,
couple of
bro.
scav kills that
Okay.
they got, looting them.
well.
Doesn't
Yeah, and the
hear
hose.
British
I'm
run
just
up,
gonna- I'm
and
gonna-
British
I'm gonna
slays
key gas
both of
and
them
just-
out. That is what we love to see. That will be their 7 PMC
And
check
just
mark.
do
We will
the
get that
gas.
updated
Oh,
here
did you
with
get
their
past
battle
that?
mods,
Green?
confirming it very, very shortly.
Cool.
There it is, and it brings their score up joint with Big Dubba and Mr. Niehaus in first place, 116 points.
Confirmed. Yeah,
Definitely
100%.
worth
I
it.
double-checked.
Grabs
And then-
those dog tags.
Yeah. I
Imagine
can
you
show
are
you,
those 2
while I'm
per
extracting
innocent
my visual.
PMCs, and this Giga Chad comes rolling at you, seeking down his 7th
all
and
gas is
8th
green.
PMC kill. Great work there by British Army.
true.
Bloody hell is that
Very, very true. With that check mark, let's get our check marks in the chat. We've got another task done. 7 PMCs for those. Interesting to see the 116 as we tune in with Niven and Jeff over here on Labs.
I'm looking for
Mm.
items.
So have you played much Labs this White Bunny?
Okay. Yes. I've been running with Reefy. It's Reefy a little bit, and we kind of ended up spending an entire day on Labs, and I have to say, was not terrible.
Across to you.
Yeah, it's certainly in an interesting place this wipe. I've had more fun on Labs this wipe than I did last wipe, that's for sure. I didn't run it early, but we've started running it on Wednesdays, Labs with the lads kind of thing. It's a lot of fun now. You get 1 or 2 good PMC fights, and then the loot is yours. The map's pretty chill from that point on, I find.
Wait a minute, where the fuck?
Ooh.
I think one's at dark offices right now. I'm running back to blue hallway.
Okay,
It's great to hear these comms.
The hallway.
That was that me?
It
He's
is
underneath.
awesome to hear
We can
these
get out right
comms.
now.
6 minutes.
Where are we going to get out?
Underneath.
I'm popping an IB.
All right.
That was American Blue. You guys
Good.
could hear in the background. That is one of our battle mods. Big
Where is
shout
that?
out to her
This is me right here.
for volunteering her
It's
time.
under. It's under. There's people down here.
Are they chasing these shots? It looks like
I
it.
gotta pop a. I'm gonna pop a prop.
Is it on? No, he's pre-firing corners.
Oh, okay.
You heard them talk with their say, hey, we can get out here. They look like they may be ready to bounce out and just go. I don't think they were really chasing the shots. I think they were a little concerned once they were making their way down here and they heard those shots. Let's see how they're going to get out here using
I'll shut the
these.
door here.
Shutting the door, going to hit the power. Get ready to
Yeah.
extract.
The battle mod giving them the time of the raid as well. It's possible their strategy here on Labs might be get in, get out without a run through with no dramas, get the survive under their belt and move on to other maps. I think that's a perfectly fair strategy. Labs, of course, can be a
3
tough
items.
place to go at the best of
I
times.
got 1 item.
It's 40.
Very, very
Plus the survive
true.
is 50.
Yep. All right, it's open.
I feel like they have a really good strategy when it comes to points about, hey, let's try to get these points. Let's go. Let's move out. We've got this many. We can keep going, keep a strong pace. We also saw Niven there with...
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh. Sorry to cut you off there. That
I'm
push
gonna
at
run
the
like
end.
like weather and radio.
What? Okay,
They tried to start
calm
making it real
down. Getting pushed at the end there. That would have been an interesting
can.
turn of events had that
I'm
door
running to
not
weather
closed or
radio.
opened a little bit sooner. But as I was saying, you
Start
saw
making way till
Niven
they
searching
count,
there with that max search skill. We had talked about that earlier, how beneficial it can be during these competitions. Looks like somebody is getting shot at. It might be Blueberry. Oh, no, no, no. It's Vibin. He's getting shot out in the open. See what happens here.
Take the drugs, take the drugs.
Might die.
A little Meldon, he popped there as well, I think. Great idea. Don't see many people running that right now.
Here. There's 2. Let's see what I can do.
Little breakdown in comms there. Where are you here? Not exactly helpful, I think. Sounds like one of my callouts.
By the tree. Let's see. Oh, he finds him in his sight. Let's see how this plays out as he scopes in.
Killed one.
Going ahead and dropping one with that beautiful spray.
Too, right?
Yes.
It's a risky one, this, isn't it? So open. So open.
I guess not.
Dog tag secured. Well done. Good shooting. Nice way to turn that ambush around.
They're a class 5.
He's hiding. Should I just leave?
Interesting. Still thinking that there might have been another one. You've got Gabby up in the resort. They've been, from what I understand, split up this entire time, taking separate paths through Shoreline. It's an interesting strategy because remember, all of these folks that we have in the competition, I mean, they've won their days, and it seems to be a strat that's working out really, really well for all of these guys because we saw it with Walker and Blank splitting up. We see it with, you know, Vibin and Blueberry here, British Abba and Lido all splitting up, kind of playing solo. But normally when we see this, we see them at least close enough to answer each other's help, but right now that is not happening as Vibin falls off of the cliff and breaks his legs.
Yeah, yuck. It is interesting, you know, as you said, on the one hand, if you split up so far away that you can't help each other, then that's a problem potentially. But if you are able to sort of come to each other's assistance, if you bump a squad, then that's really useful. These guys, though, they all have the ability to manage 1v multiple squad fights. It seems they're very, very confident on these maps. And of course, by splitting up, you maximize the chances of running into those other players that you want to kill and get those dog tags. More scavs, more chances to find both quest items. I'm thinking about streamer items and also the task items as well. So there's a lot to be said for splitting up. Me personally, I just don't have the confidence in my own ability to do it, but that's why I'm on this side of the microphone and you don't see me on your screen right now.
You close?
Very true. We have found that in duos, it's interesting that a lot of times solo players that are in duos together seem to be really, really strong because they are comfortable. And another thing is, like, I think in the situation with Walker and Blank, for instance, they're both extremely strong solo players, so they are understanding that if they hear a sound around them, when they are split up, they can just shoot it. It does not matter. They don't have to have that key communication. While we have Vibin over here getting ready to extract, and he's waiting for Gabby. Doesn't want to leave without her as she hits a couple of more stashes on her way out, looking for those finals items.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think what would be really interesting, Bunny, is if we get lucky tonight, and we did see it on Friday as well, I think, where some of our competitive teams were in the same raid together. I don't think they actually ended up fighting directly, just by luck, good or bad, take that for what you want. But I think it'd be interesting to see, you know, if our competitive teams got into the same raid and a squad that did stick together found an individual who was a little bit more solo. Because I think then once you get to that level of gameplay, you know, if this is a squad of guys that have qualified.
Oh, Blank
nice
going ahead and finding
kill.
somebody in a bush, waiting there with a Mosin, maybe going for his shooter born in heavens, going ahead and dropping that, grabbing a couple of points. This is actually interesting because Blank and Walker are not as split up as I would expect them to be. They are within striking distance of one another.
I think that might be another one.
Yeah, could have been that. Could have been that, to be honest.
That's you. You're Pilgrim Boy, yeah?
Yeah. Checking Scav Island. I mean, I guess this guy's...
And so it looks like, I mean,
I'd assume so.
these guys, Blank and Walker, they qualified, I believe, in first place in their heat. And they are actually looking for their third competitive competition victory, I should say, this season. They've already won 2 competitions this year playing together, and this is going to be their third. So these guys are just, the record of them as a duo is absolutely immense. I love watching them play. All our competitors today, if you haven't gone over and give them a follow, then you really, really should. But these guys, just to show you the caliber, 2 competition wins already this season for Blank TV and Walker together and going for their third. That is insane.
It is, and you can see exactly in this competition and all of their past gameplay why they are so dominant together. It's what we talked about, them being very, very strong solo players. But when you put 2 strong solo players together and you kind of let them loose on a map, they can just go through and slay out. And, you know, each take their own little routes. And they, like, this isn't one of those things either where it's like, oh, we're just going in and having fun. You can tell that they have strategized, that they know, hey, you're going to take this side of the map. I will be over here. We're going to move through this way. We're going to do this in these timings. They really formulated a plan, and they executed extremely well time and time again. And you can just see it.
No, you've been in 12. Okay. Oh yeah, my maths is scuffed. Yeah, sorry.
Keep evasion there with another solid raid. Getting out of Shoreline. Shoreline's a bit of a tough one to get kills on. Looks like they'll Blank proving me wrong with a lot of dog tags there. But it's such a big map. There's a little bit of luck required in finding all those players. I don't think it's where you're going to see 7 kills, really, as we join Niven TV and Jeff Slays over here now on Woods.
Yep, over here on Woods, you can see Jeff using that baby MK47, using the short-barreled one with the suppressor, going ahead with the voodoo sights.
I like it, but I hate it.
And what we're trying to do today,
letting us know his opinion of the map right there. What's your thoughts on Woods, Bunny, this wipe? You enjoying it?
I like, ever since the expansion, I thought Woods was a much better map, but it's still not one of my favorites. It has its place, it has its time. Like, if I want to do some sniping or something like that, of course it's the best map for that. But I don't know, I just feel this map, it has my least favorite scav boss to fight. I will take fighting Killer or Sanitar any day over fighting Sturman.
Okay.
Going ahead and picking up a scav there. They are looking for a couple of items here also. Yeah, and this is another one of those maps that it's very hard to find PMCs. Normally when you do, it's a big battle very quickly, and then once it's over, it's over. So I am kind of interested to see how these guys unfold.
I heard a scav, y'all.
You're not in the house farthest up, right?
Nope,
You're not in the house
nope,
farthest up?
nope.
Okay, somebody in my house.
There we go, using good comms, figuring out there might be a player here for them to deal with.
Yep, guy here.
Let me get this guy.
Oh, the staircase can be difficult to push.
It can be. I'd like to see Jeff maybe support him, throw a grenade through that window while he holds the stairs, unless the guy has already got out. See how it unfolds.
Exactly what he's about to do.
It's a scav.
Dude, I heard him open and close the damn bag.
Oh, we already got Rackola, right?
Yep.
It looks like a false alarm.
All right, nothing here. Dude, I heard...
One on Suka.
Yeah.
I heard somebody open and close a bag over here, dude.
Unless you were
Rip map knowledge here by Niven. Of course, on Woods, they are looking for a Knuckle, NACL, and a Fog grenade. Those are the 2 items, and he's hitting all these grenade boxes on Woods. There's so much loot in this area of the map now.
Let's get to calm down if we can. Are you on the outside of a blue fence?
Nope.
Okay. Another scav.
More scavs, yeah.
Picking up a couple of more scavs there. You can see Jeff slaying them out. Not a lot of PMCs have pushed this direction, unfortunately, depending on where they spawned. You know, they could have pushed towards Sniper Rock. They could have pushed towards the inside. This is always an interesting area because it is one of those hit or miss locations on the Woods map where you are either going to get into a big fight or you're just going to kill a bunch of scavs, which are still points and always a good thing.
Absolutely, definitely still points, and if you can spend your time effectively and efficiently here and grab some streamer items, grab some of the items you need for woods, then it's certainly not time wasted. And I think we saw Niven picking up a teapot there as well, which was nice find. So they are finding items. I think though, looking at what they're thinking right now, they're thinking of getting out of woods and moving on to somewhere else with a little bit more potential for PvP, I suspect.
Very true. Now, what we're going to, I want to go ahead and take a look at our scores real quick while we are switching up. And take a look at Baked Jake Niehaus and then British Ubba and Lidos. They are so close to each other, and they have pushed out so far. Going ahead and finding Calthazar and Sweaty. Finding a kill right there on that ramp. Beautiful shot from Calthazar.
Apparently.
That's really hard for us to figure the fuck out.
I'm just terrified.
Yeah, it is ridiculously close at the top, and we've seen that in both semi-final legs as well, haven't we? It's just a handful of points at the very, very top right now. But again, we still have 2 hours and 20 minutes. You can see the timer in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. So lots of time for this to change. That being said,
he's in case.
Interestingly, Big Jake and Mr. Niehaus are sitting on 8 PMC kills, whereas British Ubba and Lidos TTV are sitting on 16, so double the amount of PMC kills for the first place team compared to second. So they're really getting hard after the PvP right now.
And it's something that we've talked about time and time again. Calthazar looks like he also has that max search skill, being able to instantly search these containers and grab whatever he needs to. But it's something that we've talked about time and time again when it comes to items that are found in raid that they need for our competition. There's only so many of those. There's only a set number. Once those are gone, it is up to you to make up points in other ways, whether it's by surviving the map or killing PMCs. So while we do see a lot of times teams jump out very far ahead because of their luck when it comes to finding stuff, a lot of times it's those PMC kills or those scav kills that can be the big deciding factor about where our teams place today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we have all the stats from these raids, and we're looking here at right now, Calthazar and Sweaty Socks, and they're averaging at 1.75 PMC kills per raid. Compare that to British Ubba right now and his team with Lidos, they're sitting at 5.6 PMC kills per raid. So just 2 very different strategies. One certainly seems to be paying off a little bit more than the other. But again, a lot of that's RNG, right? It depends what maps you run. And how lucky you get running into players.
Yep. And that's what we, you know, and we see here with Calthazar, what's super interesting is, you know, if somebody, like, I believe somebody in chat was asking about that, this is what max search gets you, is when you hit a container, it instantly pops up everything in the container. You know exactly what it is. It's an extremely strong skill to get maxed out. And you can see here the benefits of it in a tournament setting. Finding things, insta-search, shows you everything. You are not wasting time for all of those items to load and pop one at a time.
Yeah, and when you combine this with max perception as well, which shows you when something lootable is in the area close to you out in the wild, so just the world spawns, those 2 combined are exceptionally strong skills. I've only had them maxed out once. It's very difficult to max them out. It shows you just how much these guys dedicate to the game.
I just want to wait for you.
Very, very true. The first time I ever got max perception, I thought my game was bugged and there was a white dot on my screen. I was like, why is there's not, what is happening? So it's
yeah, I agree.
So yeah, so a lot of people in chat are asking about that white dot, and that's what we were referring to with the max perception. You will get a dot in the middle of your screen that says, hey, there is something around you that is lootable. Normally that dot only shows up when you are looking directly at an item that is lootable. But what happens is when you get that max perception skill, that dot will show up if you're in the vicinity of something that is lootable. So you might not see it, but your PMC knows it's there and it's telling you, look around, you've got something. It makes it like a scavenger hunt game.
Could be across. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly that. When you put them both together, the ability to hit crates instantly and know when something valuable is there is very, very powerful. Certainly worth grinding for if you play enough, that's for sure.
Just remember where you crossed them first.
Yeah, well, you're right, but how many? I mean, is there a chance you killed them?
I don't think so. It didn't look like.
I'm just wondering, they're sort of cautiously moving through this area. Of course, Gluhar always has an opportunity with him and his boys of spawning here. It's not a fight you want to get caught out in the open, is it, Bunny?
No, it definitely is not. You can get pinched from a lot of different directions. My other concern with them right now is they don't seem to know what they want to do. They seem like they're going back and forth a little bit, running out in the open, trying to find shots or kills for anything. Maybe that's just what it is. They're hunting kills, but it seems like they're directionless at the moment. Maybe we just don't understand their direction. And that's always a possibility when you come in late. Looks like they might have found somebody over here in these fuel tankers. See how this unfolds. Goes ahead and drops. Is that a player or a scav right there? Looks like a PMC picking up those attacks.
Oh, that was killer. Or that was sorry, that was Gluhar. It looks like these players might have been fighting Gluhar, and they just happened upon them and cleaned it up. So they didn't kill the boss, I don't think, themselves. We'll just confirm that in a second. But still, that's a nice little PMC kill with the dog tag to pick up.
And this is what I was talking about right there, where we said they looked a little lost to us, but that was because they were cautious. They understood scav bosses and players were up around them, so they were just playing very, very safe. You can never take things at face value of what you think they look until you have the full story. So I love it. All right, we are going to switch over here to Vibin and Blueberry Gabby over on Interchange.
Just a quick reminder on Interchange, we're looking for plexiglass and adrenaline here.
Yeah.
Do you feel okay going by yourself?
I'm dead. Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
I killed whatever that was. I don't know if that was a player or a scav. That you running?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought she was actually dead when she said I'm dead.
Oh, these comms! Gabby, you're making my heart like I can't handle that.
You're killing me, Gabby.
For the people at home, if you are playing with somebody else, one of the best things to do when you are calming to your teammate is don't say you're dead until you're actually dead, because you may end up getting killed by them. I don't know that from personal experience or anything like that, so just, you know.
It's one of those lessons you learn when your teammate swings a corner and shoots you, and you're like, yep, you know what, that was on me. That was on me. But you know what, she reacted well there. Shotgun scavs. Never fun. Never fun. She has put her life back together. It looks like she's moving out towards power. I suspect they're going to flip this switch here and perhaps hit Ultra Med looking for that adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we'll just swipe SR. Should be okay. If I really need it, I'll just ask Gabby to grab it on the way out.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they're going to hit Ultra Med. I haven't really seen a lot of competitors going to the pharmacy down low over in front of Idea. That's a really good med spawn location. You can find all kind of stuff in there. And I know, you know, I've been playing with Sigma before, and she has found LEDXs in there. Lots of stuff in the front of Idea. And just not only, I don't know if these competitors either don't know about it, or if they don't, or if they just don't think it's valuable. What do you think, Jeepo? Would you be using everything or just...
I don't think that was killer together.
That's a great room. I think it's underappreciated by people. The key's super cheap. And again, in my experience, it's just like Sigma is. In fact, I bought the key because of Sigma telling me that it's so good this wipe. It's much better than Ultra Med, I think. I think it, you know, to get that adrenaline spread out, if you're going to do it, go one hit that and one hit Ultra Med here.
I don't think that was killer.
Look at Gabby getting into it over here at Power, just lighting up all of these scavs. There are a bunch of them spawned in over here. Pushing up, finding the one running upstairs. That is always scary when they go up those steps now. Oh, 5 and 1 ahead and finding 2 players over here. Dropping both of them very, very quickly. Beautifully done. Maybe a third. Double checking for it as he goes to heal.
He made that look so simple. Just a casual 2-man, no big deal.
I need to pack on mag really bad.
Another PPSH?
And an impact nade. Oof. Yeah, 11 hydration as well. Might be worth him. I'm sure he's got max metabolism. But little drink wouldn't go amiss right here. Make me anxious looking at it.
Now, interesting to note that
everything but Plexi.
Yeah, Vibin and Blueberry Gabby picking up that 2-piece has them tied for seconds, and then they just jumped up to first, or now into second, no longer tied with 191.
No.
Absolutely, and of course these guys have already, as Brian's saying in chat, they've already ticked off their kill 7 PMCs in one raid this competition. So they are just burning through PMCs tonight. Let me just have a quick look. They are sitting currently at 16 PMC kills tonight. That is one short of the highest, which is 17, which is British Ubba and Litos. So they are neck and neck on the PMC kills.
You want to come in and swipe?
Yes. I'll swipe.
Where the fuck is plexiglass, dude?
Having a hard time finding that plexiglass. Jeepo! Something interesting to note is first, second, and third all have the +7 kills on one map task done, which has kind of propelled them, because if you think about it, if Blank and Walker had that, or Nibbin and Jeff, or even Calthazar and Sweaty, they would be very, very close to that first, second, and third. So if any one of our 4th, 5th, and 6th teams picks that up, it's going to close this gap even more. I honestly think we're going to have a huge battle for first, second, and third today. Oh, wait, is that a Propital? I got excited. I thought that was
got me excited. Yeah, me too.
It was a Propital. It was red. It had a red hue to it. I was like, oh, okay.
Down there,
well, that 25-point bonus that you get by having the 7 PMCs in one raid is huge, right? And we're seeing that right now across the top 3 teams. So the bottom 3, if they do manage to close that off, it's going to make a huge difference to their scoreboards. But just think about how difficult this is. Like, put yourself in their position. How often do you and your teammate kill 7 players in a raid? Like, that's a damn good raid for most people. A damn good raid, and 3 of the 6 have got that already.
Very, very true. Let's take a look here with Baked Jake and Mr. Niehaus, our 3rd place team at the moment. Looks like they are deciding to run through woods now, trying to go for that survive all maps, getting those tasks done. Remember, the competitors do have to go through each of the maps listed once before they are set free to run the maps as they choose.
Did you pop an S,
A reminder for everyone on, where are we, Shoreline? Woods. We're on Woods, Jeepo. God damn it. They are looking for a VOG, grenade, and an NACL. You can't blame me, Bunny. It's a lot of green, dude. It's a lot of green.
It is a lot of green. That is very, very true. Running over here looking for that splint. This is always a good place to try to find it. You can also pick up a couple of PMCs that may be lurking around here, because it is a great place for meds. I mean, it's just, it is a really, one of my favorite points of interest on a map that they've added was this little section, and it has caused so much fun and pain for everybody.
Your opinion might change when you have to kill 15 PMCs in here. I'll just leave it at that. But I certainly agree. I like this. I actually quite like this part as well. There's so much medical loot, and it's slept on at the start of the wipe when you need those 3 Saluas. Let's go to Woods, guys. They're all right here.
Yeah. It's interesting to note here, Jeepo, is the comms between Baked Jake and Mr. Niehaus. The way that they don't make assumptions about the audios that they're hearing. They're very direct communicating with one another. Like, this is me coming in. This is me doing this. You can tell that they're very comfortable playing with each other, but they're also competent in the sense of like, hey, we don't want to take a chance. We're in a competition for $3,000. We want to win that.
Yeah, exactly. No workplace incidents live on Evasion tonight, please, boys. But yeah, their comms have been top notch all competition, and that's certainly one of my favorite things to see in Tarkov is when good teams communicate well. Because anyone can solo, but good squad communication is very, very difficult to get right.
Big dicks on people.
All right, we are being told in chat by Beanie Queen, Jake's mic went out, so they're talking on the phone together so they can continue to compete. So their communication is even more on point than what we assumed at the beginning.
I don't even sit my
that is very good. That's the first time in Evasion history I think we've seen that, right?
Yep. I mean, you use what you have at your disposal when things go wrong. I like the resourcefulness from this team. It's amazing.
I'm pushing Violet.
Ooh, shotgun. Careful.
Going ahead and finding him in that bush, spraying him down. Beautiful.
That was a player?
Yep, that was a player with that shotgun.
Alright, I'm coming up the hill from Violet's one.
All he needed to do there was bide his time a little bit more, and he might have been able to, because he had looked like he had a sniper rifle as well. That was an interesting strategy by that guy. Have another one here in the bushes as well, it looks like.
Who's dead?
Oh, going ahead and fighting him also. 2 bush shotgun PMCs. Interesting to note. That's kind of...
Focus.
Huh.
I'm gonna push the 3.
Are they doing the shoot scavs with the shotgun quest, or what exactly is going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that would be something like I could understand. Maybe you were trying to... No, because if Sturman's up here and you're trying to hunt him with a shotgun, I feel like you're at a huge disadvantage. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but they wiped him no matter what it was, got those points, and are moving on with their day.
Yeah, rolled right over the top. And of course, Big Jake and Mr. Niehaus already have these 7 kills in one raid quest completed. But still, grabbing those dog tags, putting those points on the board.
It's fine, just keep looking. I got a roller. GP coin. Fuck. I got a badge.
Nice.
Ooh. Big pickup there, grabbing that Sheriff Eli badge. That's some extra points on the board for them. Remember, folks at home, they are looking for any of the collector's items. Those are bonus points, and then they have specific items on each map that they are looking for.
I suppose I should come with you now.
Yeah. I'm over here to reserve with Blank TV and Walker.
Me should be the med building.
Go med, yeah.
I just jumped into the map here. This is such an awkward spawn, I find. Running out of here, you can get hit from your left and your right, pretty much off of spawn. Certainly one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of reserve. But I'd love to be. I think I'd love to play this map more. I just suck at it, Bunny. I'll be honest.
I have very strong opinions about this map. I used to really enjoy it until Battlestate added the underground section with the D2. I think it
sounded like the key in the corner.
I think it ruined this map. I'm very vocal and honest about that. I don't enjoy this map anymore once the D2 section was added. But that has always been a bad spawn there because you could get you could get shot from the right-hand side, from the left-hand side, or Gluhar and the boys over at the schoolhouse could have been there and lit them up. But they are making good work and working with what they have.
Yeah, they pushed.
Oh, grenade!
Impact nade. Purple.
Oh, beautiful shot by Blank.
I've just tanked a nade at fucking close range. Holy shit.
I'm fighting boss at night.
That broke it all.
getting those. That was okay.
I'm healed. I think I killed.
Luckily, where that you guys see the body just crouched there, stuck on the ledge.
When you are.
He's inside of
Yeah,
it a
that's
little
what.
bit.
That's what got Blank in trouble, because Blank started shooting at that body that's stuck there, giving the other PMC in the area the heads up that he was in the vicinity. Very nearly cost him. That nade was close. Green stims though, so powerful.
Holy shit.
They have a hefty price tag on the flea market for good reason, because they are extremely viable in any kind of situation. You get hurt and you're in a fight, pop that green stem, get that health back. Very, very clutch there.
I see them. They're running.
Definitely recommend the trade as a cheaper way of getting your hands on them as well.
Jeepo, hate to cut you off here, but Walker has eyes on PMCs while Blank is pushing this. They're going to work together to see how this fight unfolds. Let's tune in and see what goes on.
Oh! Lord.
Is this Gluhar? Boys? This is
boy.
Gluhar.
Yeah.
I wasn't garage.
Okay, they're pre-firing me. I'm coming down.
Listen to these comms here.
Bugs, boss. But the boss is bugged, by the way.
Okay.
He's shooting at me through boxes.
Yeah.
He might have chilled, now I killed one guard. Gluar was shouting in garage, though.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
one of them ripped my arm off.
I might
again,
have
so-
to run between night and garage, which is... I don't know.
Yeah, and just put my arm back on.
Yeah, I can get one in garage.
It's a
feel like
tough
they're all
spot for
inside
Blank
now.
to be.
Good hip fire spray there onto that guard.
Moving in garage.
Problem is, these guys are in a pickle right here, because we not only have them getting fought fighting the guard
In between your two buildings, mate.
Finding another one, lighting them up, but there is
more.
also people up at Dome.
Stay
See how
inside
this
there.
plays
I'm
out
pushing
more.
garage.
Walker got tagged there. He's a little hurt. He's gonna throw a hit back out.
Kill 2 more guards. Haven't seen Gluhar.
Shoot over, shoot me.
Haven't seen Gluhar.
Bluehar still could be in the mix here. They're
Go
trying
out
to
the front,
count
go out
off
the
the
front,
bodies.
front.
They got him.
I'm coming into you, okay? I'm fucked up.
Okay.
Talking about that green stem earlier,
Hey, I'm a
Walker
tiger.
going ahead and
Here,
popping
rotation,
that.
I'm not
He
sure
is
where it might be
really
Stella
hurt.
Or toilet.
Alright, I've got the IFAC.
I'm gonna nade and he's gonna push out, okay?
That was such a clean fight.
Move.
In an awful situation, they had what we think players on the left of them up on Dome getting caught out in the open like that. Blank TV pinned down by Gluhar and the boys. And they still might have more.
Copy. Alright,
Ooh.
listen.
I think that's all of them.
What's the right intel? Do you want to have a quick look for intel?
Yeah, I wanna
when we
fucking
bounce?
yeah. No, I wanna fucking do this
I've
shit.
got IFAC here.
You got
In the
you got
middle of
IFAC,
that,
yeah?
we had
Yeah,
Walker
yeah.
grab the IFAC
Yeah,
of
check the
Gluhar,
intel
which is
spot
one
and
of the
yeah.
task items required here on reserve. So doubly useful that fight.
Dome. I'll do dome intel.
Worked out extremely well. If I remember correctly,
If we
it
get a
was
dome, we can
Blank and
fucking
Walker
fast
that
track
had
to
the
manhunt.
Tagilla kill a fight earlier. So that sets them now on 3 of their 4 unique
can
bosses,
definitely
Jeepo. They only need Rashal or Sanitar. Do you think we're going to see a lot of customs and shoreline as the day progresses for these two?
I think so. It's definitely in their interest to try and get that 4th boss, to get that quest completed.
Yeah.
They haven't managed yet to get the 7 PMCs on one raid, but I think running customs might be the way to do it. It's still one of the smaller maps. It's more intense. Lots of PMCs. I think Rashal is probably the play here, Bunny. Who would you chase after?
I would probably go Rashala. He seems to be one of the easier as they find 2 PMCs over here in E2, dropping one up on top. You saw the body slide down, finding another one. Walker using that G28, one of my absolute favorite weapons that they have added to this game. It is a beast, and it just, you can see it right there working. Oh, looks like Blank is shooting at somebody a little bit further away. Unfortunately, only has that EOTech hollow sight, trying to get shots on from a distance. Does not have a scope to reach, but it does not seem to bother him too much.
Fucked up if he's not dead.
Walker trying to get into position to find those shots.
If I die, just reset that, man.
My tags there, I might as well die too if you die.
True.
Everything's secured, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pushing back, Alan.
There's some logic to that.
Pushing front.
I've got a half-filled
I'm in
mags,
barb
just
now.
so you know.
Was he on top?
He was on top, like,
bunker,
he was on, like, the... behind the
on top,
first tower on the second bunker.
Okay.
I've got no stam, so fuck myself.
You gotta be careful not to kill me here. I'm on your right.
Maybe blood out.
It's tense. It's tense as we look around these bushes and trees for this guy. Is he hiding somewhere, Bunny?
Yeah, this is very. I mean, there's.
Oh, I got him. I got him.
Oh, he did get him.
Got him.
This guy's got full
wow.
Yep.
EOTech for the win with those long-range shots there, Jeepo. Picking up even more PMCs. Kind of interested to see how many that is for them if they decide to stay and pick up a couple of more. But that was a great showing by Blank and Walker.
Yeah, and Walker just picking up kind of Sprats and Dr. Lupo Beans as well. Just low-key, no big deal. Just as he's looting that player who collected all that loot for him. That was a great display of shooting from Blank with just a red dot.
Very, very true. I do want to take a moment, and I did see that Poof Daddy asked why not Sturman when I was referring to the 4 unique scav bosses. That is an oversight on me. I kind of have a tendency to black out whenever I think about Sturman, so I forget him quite often. The only scav boss in the game that I despise. They're taking backpack extract as they go out, grabbing those extra 10 points. We'll see where their score jumps up to as soon as all of those points are tallied up. We're jumping over the Calthazar and Sweaty Socks.
Fuck tons of PMCs and boss and axe.
Yes. Cheers.
Drink that fucking nectar.
These guys have certainly moved up. I think last time we joined them, they might have been in last place. They are now sitting in 4th. And that gap between 4th and the moneyed positions in the top 3 is very, very tight here.
Something to point out is every team except for Niven and Jeff at the moment over 200. They are all within striking distance, and some of our 4th, 5th, and 6th teams have not completed, you know, the 7 PMC kills. I mean, Calthazar and Sweaty have, but at any moment that extra 25 points is going to be huge and jump the scoreboard all over the place. This is what we like to see from a championship. This is why all of these teams are here, because they are some point putting up powerhouses. Say that 3 times fast.
I'm not even going to try and say it once, Bunny. What is interesting here about Calthazar and Sweaty Socks is they actually have collected by far the most collector items. They are sitting on 8 collector items right now. I think the closest behind them is 6, and the rest are in around that 3-4 mark. So they are bringing out the points.
Thanks, machine.
In these raids.
Now, with that being said, they're picking up a lot of kills. That was a huge raid for them. We are going to see the standings, see these points change, and honestly, this has been the showing that I have wanted from the championship. Once again, though, I want to thank you guys all for being here. We here at Invasion love putting on these competitions for you, and they just keep getting bigger and better. Again, thank you to Battlestate Games for donating the prize money. First place today will be taking home $3,000. Second place, $2,000, and third place, $1,000. So much love to Battlestate Games for donating and sponsoring the competition with $36,000 across all of our competitions for season 6. And it is going to be, I mean, if the rest of the season is anything like our NA-EU duos has been, it is going to be crazy. And I cannot wait for solos and trios as we jump in with Baked Jake and Mr. Niehaus.
Oh, I thought that was going to be milk.
Go.
On the lighthouse here, and he was very excited for the milk carton he thought he spotted, because what the task items are in lighthouse, guys, is a carton of milk and an ace
See above, right in front of us? Watch
as
that.
well. So they're certainly hitting the hot spots for the aces. I found them all around this house,
Look in the kitchen back.
and the other one across the way as well.
Aquamarine. No milk yet.
All right, we're going to tune in here with Jake on the big screen as he's running through this house. Really good. I mean, honestly, that's a great loot house anyways, whether you're on your PMC or your SCAF. You can find all kind of high-tier loot upstairs in that computer room. Wonder what keys they have.
That's fine. We need to play faster. Do you have an SJ6 you can pop?
Yeah,
pop that shit.
We go. We can hear the comms asking if they have an SJ6. Of course, at this stage in the wipe, look, we're seeing this a lot, Bunny. What about you? Do you only carry one injector case, or do you carry two? Because a lot of our competitors carrying two and using stims very, very liberally here to move around the map in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm a single injectors case guy. Like
Duct tape, toothpaste.
I mean, for a competition, I can understand it. You want to be healing. You want to be running these stims at all times. You want to make sure, but I think for average play, the normal everyday player does not need more than one injector's case.
I tend to agree, but then I don't have Kappa yet, so maybe I'd feel different if I had an extra couple of slots to fill. I might just stick another one in there, but
I mean, that's the question, though, because to me, I still feel like if I had 3 more slots, I wouldn't dedicate one to another injector's case.
yeah, I'd probably bring more ammo. I miss a lot, but I think the ammo would be useful.
Like this kitchen real quick.
Exactly.
Hit the main spot.
Yeah.
Get out of
I
here.
need lots of ammo because I always have a tendency to run out or backup meds or something. You know, I kind of do have a tendency to mooch off of the other players that I'm with when I forget a meds or something like that. So those 3 extra slots could always come in handy for something else. But I like what our competitors do here.
You've reminded me I owe you a bill.
It's true. Very true.
A hot spot, very hot.
As they make their way, this is where it could get very interesting, though. Right here, we could start to see a lot of PMCs. That's a lot of high-tier loot. There's safes in here. See if we can't get some action going on in these buildings.
Not hit yet.
Now, interestingly here, while they're in this pretty high-risk area, Big Jake and Mr. Niehaus have actually survived a lot of raids together. I think their survival rate right now is joint first. They are at an 80% survival rate in their raid, so they are pushing hard towards that survival maps quest as well. Something we need to keep an eye on. The other team with the same survival rate right now is Jeff Slays and Niven TV. So we'll see who gets there first if either of them manage it. It could be a big differentiator, Bunny, in terms of these points.
Item, right?
Pro kill is not a Kappa item.
I don't think so. No.
Everybody thinks it is because it's purple, but it is not.
On my list.
Yeah. It is one of those interesting items that when it was introduced with the collector's items for Kappa, but it was never required for some reason.
But it is purple.
It is purple, yeah.
There you go. It is purple. We'll have a word with Nikita for you guys. Don't worry.
absolutely fucking porked right now, dude.
I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't know about you, Bunny, but I don't want them adding more things to collectors. Hard enough as
No.
it is, Willer's wallet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Evasion armband. The only item I need. I don't know where it's at. I cannot find it anywhere. Oh, as they try to billy goat up this mountain. See if we can't get into a little bit of action over here.
When you play too much Lighthouse in the beginning.
I'm literally getting cucked, like, on the side of the hill.
You'll be able to jump that.
Oh, thanks. If I had been, I would.
This is the thing about Lighthouse. A lot of people don't realize is you end up having... Oh,
you're right.
Oh, did they find some? Oh, they were just communicating. Oh, finding somebody over here. This is what we were looking for. Dropping one, maybe another one upstairs.
One could be more.
Yeah, it looks like they've
Behind you.
stumbled upon the scene of a crime here. Lots of blood.
That's me.
It's very hard sometimes to tell which blood is preloaded on the map and which one's from other players. Dropping him really nice.
Yeah, that's a scary gun to face in CQB. Oh, absolutely. Bring that on Factory to hunt those raiders down. That's a fun weekend, I guarantee you.
Ace right here usually.
Dude, you just scared the shit out of me.
Here, I'm gonna go check out here real quick.
Try to go up top, look for players.
Checking for the aces. Nothing happening here.
Sure.
Does not look like they're getting into it as we switch over to Niven and Jeff going into an early map. Or an early, you know, it doesn't look like they've been in customs too long. Maybe just a little bit.
Where is that?
That's strong.
A good time to join them as they get started on it. And again, just a reminder for everyone, corrugated hoses and revolver shotguns are the items of choice on customs.
We're heading that way.
I don't think
Where are you at exactly?
they've got their hands on any just
Did you already hit this warehouse in here?
No.
Doors open, somebody did.
Niven and Jeff have a little bit of ground to make up here on the rest of the guys, but you'll notice they have not ticked off any of those high-scoring quests yet, so they could very quickly close that gap if they manage a 7-kill PMC round here, for example.
And we've mentioned this time and time again today. Customs has been the map that has been extremely strong for all of our competitors, racking up lots of points. Seems to be a lot more scavs on this map. Seems to be a lot more players, whether they are low-level players doing early task or even high-level players hunting those low-level players. Yeah, you know, I have my reserves about people that enjoy this map after a certain level. But with that being said, it is very good for our competitors to pick up kills.
Is that you?
Look,
Someone
Bunny,
shooting at?
sometimes I need to feel good about myself and club some babies, okay? It's just how it needs to go on customs. It may be a starter map. Oh,
coming out in a second.
Picking up a kill right there.
Got a player.
Good.
Beautifully done.
Is there another one?
I don't know.
I'm out now.
All right, I'm on top of the railroad. Anything underneath, shoot.
I'm up top. I'm up top with you. Scav is dead. There's another one.
Multiple scavs walking around old gas.
He's dead.
3 points. Check for the shotguns.
Very, very true. It's always sad to see new gas putting old gas, mom and pop gas stations out of business like this, but you can always find scavs hanging around here.
MP155, damn it.
Wrong shotgun. Unfortunately, there on that scav back there, but still looting his player now.
Giving was not.
You never know, he might have something of value.
A pressure gauge. I'm outside.
The other great thing about this map is the amount of loot on this map. Whether it's for collector's items, food rations, anything that they need here, they can find a lot over in Stronghold. But with that does come some, you know, some risk, because not only could Rashala and his goons be there, you could also run into a lot of other players that are just trying to loot up. So it's a win-lose situation in some cases, but we could see our competitors pick up a lot of points here if they get in there and survive.
I'm just
Absolutely. And speaking of a lot of points, British Ubba and Litos TV have just broken through that 300 point marker.
Yep.
Absolutely flying so far.
Very, very true. These teams are not wasting any time trying to score as many points. 305, but very, very close behind is Baked Jake and Kneehouse.
Nothing up top.
That back search again coming in so useful when hitting all of these crates, looking for the items you need.
It is it. Never mind.
Crack door is open.
All this has been hit.
Up top wasn't.
Okay. Well, why don't you grab a corrugated hose then?
It's not nothing. No Lupo's beans, no nothing.
So simple, huh? So simple.
Want to head towards cracked and
try to will it into existence. That's the best way to do it. Unfortunately, did not happen for them.
And then we can go ham.
Like this was looted
come
up.
cover me. Come cover me. I'm gonna.
Where you at?
I'm gonna check the thing out back.
Ooh,
Interesting hearing them say there. Did you hear that, Bunny, saying that they want to get the survive now at this point? Get those bonus points for the survival. Something we haven't talked too much about tonight is those points that you get per survive as a team. But this level of competition, when it's so close, these 10 points for a survival could be very, very important.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, 10 points per survive, and then also once you survive all the maps, you get 25 bonus points. Now, that is a little bit different than past seasons. Normally, we made them do it consecutively, like the guide,
Cool.
but we switched it up this season because we want to see the competitors have a choice to go back to maps to try to complete that. And we were finding a lot of times people would just go 2 maps back and forth after they were set free and ignore it. But this season we have seen competitors go, hey, we only need to survive these 2 maps. Let's go back there. And it has really thrown the competition into a whirlwind with those options. And I love the way these competitors think about it now.
Yeah, it just changed the dynamic in terms of what maps they picked to run, didn't it? I think it's a great change. It's a really nice evolution of that rule. And it just makes those points potentially more viable to get, and makes the end of the competition really spicy as people start running maps to get those extra points.
As we tune in here with British Ubba and Litos running through reserve, trying to hopefully get a Willer's Wallet is what they were hoping for out of that marked room, but no such luck. They're going to go ahead and push out here. Very dangerous spot to be running around in the open because so many people look here trying to find scav bosses or raiders to loot.
Oh, something by the fences up front.
Where?
It's a PMC with a DB. All the way.
Ooh.
He's naked. We chased that. At the end of
Oh!
RBST.
I don't know where that scav is, man.
At the end of RBST.
Yeah, I get it.
Scav's ruining PvP.
I killed the scav.
Get out of here, Scav.
I'm king.
Yeah, at the end of RBST.
Okay.
We should fire that. He has a double barrel.
I don't see anyone in the night building as we ran past. Double barrel's pretty sketch.
We both just... I'm gonna go over from here.
Yeah, I'm going through. Like,
Cool.
Needs to be extremely careful going up against the double
go
barrel
out and around. Oh, I see him. He's running. He's run past. He's at the orange building. You know where we killed the guy.
Just spotted him
He's
here.
Run right.
Yeah, he's on dome side of it right now. I'm
Dead.
Nice. I'm in front of you. I cut him off. This is me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice
go.
hunting there. Just
I'm going.
pinched that guy right against the edge of the map. Really nice work. An extra kill and a dog tag. Good stuff from the guys here.
Very, very true. That man running with just a double barrel. I wonder where he was sprinting to. Wink. But we now have the competitors running over here, trying to find any of the items that they need. Maybe loot and look for Gluhar, possibly. trying to pick up as much points on this map as possible. With their lead of 311 being closed in very quickly by Baked Jake and Mr. Niehaus, they are going to want to keep.
Right now, I'm going.
Yeah, do it. I'm just gonna look for the intel that's here.
Yeah, no, I don't want to jinx it, but Big Jake and Mr. Niehaus are potentially sitting on a very large bump in score. They have survived every raid so far today.
That's in Black Pawn.
So they are on target
Yeah, it's in Black.
to survive all maps pretty early on here with quite a lot of time left, which could really change that score up.
I have no clue which room it is. Is this open already? Is this?
But as we watch here, British Oba and Lidos and listen to their comms, they are sitting in joint first place for PMC kills as well, Bunny. 20 PMC kills already this competition.
I'm in the downstairs.
You know, it's one of those things that we love to see these competitors put.
I got it.
Got an IFAC running right on there. Huge.
Got it.
Yeah,
we go school to pawn buildings and then we go to D2.
IFAC, but decided against
let's jump up.
with the Surf 12 kid. Much better choice, in my opinion. Checking the towers for anybody. But this is one of the things where
okay,
all
you've gone round, I'm going up.
Are putting up huge PMC scores, and a lot of people are like, man, I don't even kill 20 PMCs in a week. And we're seeing that
yeah, I'm up top.
in an hour and a half. Or just
I'm on third floor.
I think we go to the one pawn.
Yep.
I'm third floor now. Just come down with me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm running along the second floor right now.
So interesting to listen to these comms as well. Really clean, really precise comms as they move through what can be quite a dangerous and confusing building.
I'm behind you,
here on reserve. Different floors, different audios. Potential for Gluhar and his gang of trouble. Really nice comms. Now they hear someone in this building, so let's see how this plays out.
I'm going to the other staircase. I killed one, PMC, dead.
Killed one.
Great kill by Bubba.
These guys are fucking kitted as well.
Are you running next to me?
No, kill.
On the stairs? Okay.
Where is he? On your staircase?
On the stairs, yeah.
Wow. Very lucky he did not get hit by that Mark 18 as well. The Lapua devastating gun. A lot of fun. I'd love to see him run that.
Are you actually on the staircase or no?
Third floor.
Are you on the staircase though?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm holding the staircase.
Okay. I don't see you. I'm on the other staircase.
I'm holding in the bathroom. He's either... Can you come to me and we both push him?
Yeah,
together?
I just don't know which floor you're on, bro. You're in a bathroom?
Third floor.
Okay, I'm sprinting across on the third floor. I see your IR laser. Is this you? Yeah, okay.
Either above... I think I heard him above me. Could be below.
It's a sketchy fucking left peek. I'm going up again. One more.
Okay.
I'm on the roof.
I don't know if we want to risk it, dude.
Ah, fuck it. Let's kill this guy.
Really interesting comms here. A lot to be learned from how these guys are communicating with each other to collapse on these players.
We'll find him. It's 3 points, bro.
Oh, it's 3 points.
I'm on the other staircase. Yeah, maybe we just link up on my staircase. Come to me.
I need to get my tag though.
You didn't get the tag? Okay.
No.
I got a PK and then I'm coming over to you.
Okay, I'm still holding the bathroom till you come and I get the tag. We go down D2.
This building still not quite secure. Definitely want to make sure they grab that tag. That's 3 points as well.
Done for the Willer's e-wallet real quick while we're here. I'm coming down your staircase, okay? This is me.
Cool.
I don't know if you're this one.
I'm still third.
I swear if they find a Willer's wallet here, I'm gonna be sick.
My tag.
Okay.
Could be the player as well, careful. This is the guy
Will
killed.
wallet incoming.
Yeah, on the left. Nice.
Oof. Wow. Great kill there again. Such good use of comms from these guys.
Bloody Mark 18.
Yep, let's go.
Very impressive.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go
okay. You got the tags, yeah?
All right, I am
Okay,
just
we're going
being
into the basement.
informed
Let's just check the
though
smoke room
that
if it's-
Blank
and then
and
we go down,
Walker
okay? And we just leave
just
red
got
bubble.
all 4 of their unique boss kills and the check mark done, which is going to be another big bounce up for those guys. We'll check in with them soon and see that check mark, see if it's updated. Very,
You
very
never know, they
big
might leave, like, a
jumps in points. We
string
now have a
item
tie
or
for 4th with 239 between Vibin and Blueberry Gabby and Blink and Walker.
Coming.
We did say once we get to the second half of this, it starts to get really interesting as teams start to tick off the 3 different quests that are available. We're starting to see that now. A lot of teams have already got the 7 PMC kills.
Yes.
This is me running up behind you.
Ooh, picking
You got
up
the tag,
on
yeah?
a M700
Nice.
PMC,
Nice.
sitting up
I
there,
definitely got
dropping him,
one.
grabbing that,
I can't remember.
another
My-
PMC for
my
this
brain ain't
team.
working, dude.
Absolutely racking up
and
the
I got
bodies
IFAC
today.
As well. I got the IFAC as well, so we're good. Yeah.
And the IFAC, as you can hear from British Elba, this is a huge reserve rate. I think is that 5 PMCs on this map? We'll check, we'll get confirmation, but they are just murdering these servers. I'm very glad I'm not on this server with these guys today.
SVT guy there.
Very, very true. Man, the
Casually
point totals are
dumping.
starting to really get out there. British Ubba and Litos are
GG's.
at 61 points ahead